Joanna Mann with an historic perfect game last time she took the mound. This crowd is ready to see what she has for an encore. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Cincinnati Reds. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And we're back. And towing the slab in this one, Joanna Mann. Last year's Cy Young Award winner in the National League, Singy.
She was healthy last year and gained a tremendous amount of confidence. She took a big step forward last season. I think she'll take another one this season.
Bottom of the first. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. Here is Moncada. Went deep in the ball game last night. First pitch just misses. Mann, 23 years old, and she's a former National League MVP. On the corner for a strike, and the count 1-1. The Phillies are looking very strong so far this season. This one in the air. Caratini. And there's one away.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up. And it gets the players fired up, too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
Ellie De La Cruz now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Got it. 2 down.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to bore it back.
Luke Ray in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Reds turned away first time through. Second inning upcoming from Cincy. We're scoreless on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Mann back to work. Swinging a ground ball and foul ball. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to my mom.
Yes, happy Mom's Day.
On the ground to third. Boom. Goes on to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second. Ryan Jeffers at the plate. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Mann, a former Cy Young Award winner. She features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and she occasionally mixes in a knuckleball. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And she's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Batting 7, the designated hitter, Jamer Candelario.
Now batting Jamer Candelario. 2 for 8 in the series so far. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Next offering is fouled back. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We played 2 full. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Nick Play.
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him swinging. Now it's the right fielder, Will Benson. 2 for 6 so far in the series. Tap foul at the plate. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that just misses.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's the left fielder, Spencer Steer. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Caratini makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati. Still no score. Bottom of the 4th, and now Yoan Moncada. Moncada rips one deep right field, raging back towards the wall. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Well, that one ended up a lot closer to home run than I thought off the bat. Clearly didn't get it all, but with that wind blowing out to right, almost pushed that one over the wall.
Swinging a foul out of play. 1 out, bases empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
She really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a pop-up. Boom. Under it. Drops into the glove. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Luke.
Next for Cincinnati, Luke Raley.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
There's a strike.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 7 strikeouts for her. Offense held in check there. We're headed to the 5th. No score. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Reno.
Mann back to work. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Well, these Reds just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Typically that high fastball, if it's close to the top of the strike zone, a hitter, if he's prepared for it, can get to it. But that one just had that little jump at the end, which indicates there's a good spin rate on it, and it didn't decrease in velocity as that hitter's internal clock would expect it to, and that's why you see the swing and miss.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. All tied up. Last half of inning number 5. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. She can do whatever she wants with the baseball right now.
Now it's the DH, Jamer Candelario. And that drops in for a strike.
She's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes pitchers cower coming into a ballpark like this, but she has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
2 outs, base is empty. Lands another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Reds down in order, and we are still scoreless. Bottom of the inning. In now for the Reds, Matt McClain. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, she had him fooled.
Benson batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. And down on strikes. Now a dozen strikeouts for her in this one.
The left fielder, number 7.
So back to the top of the Reds lineup. At the plate, Spencer Steer, 1 for 2. Popped up. Castro brings it in, and that'll do it. Reds go down quietly, and we're still knotted at 0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Cut on and lifted in the air. Schwarber makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
So up next, Ellie De La Cruz. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Snags it for the second out. And here is Luke Raley. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Boom. Pulls that one down, and that is that. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. And we still have no score. Back here in Cincinnati, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedl. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. She notches strikeout number 150 this season. A big performance on the mound. Lots of strikeouts. That was number 14.
Yeah, clearly trusting herself in this one, Boog. Feeling really good about what she's working with, and that really allows a pitcher to attack hitters. You know, such an important mindset to have out there on the mound, especially when you're ahead in the count with 2 strikes.
And there's a foul ball. And a pitch. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And she strikes out the side for the 4th time today. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. It's the Phillies 1 and the Reds nothing. Back here at Great American Ballpark, bottom 9, and now Matt McClain.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
Swing and a miss.
0-1 the count.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Got him looking. What a game she's having. 16 Ks now.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Benson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike 2.
Hey, look, we'll see how it factors in. I just can't emphasize how much that insurance run in the top of the 9th means. I mean, just such a big difference mentally when you're chasing 2 runs instead of 1.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So they're down to their final out. Now the left fielder, Spencer Steer. Hit to second, and this should do it. Throw to first, ball game, and the Phillies have won 4 in a row.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know she's going to stew a little bit over that 1 hit that she gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant, if she'd have made just 1 better pitch, perhaps she'd have a no-hit.
And we're back. And on the mound now, Joanna Mann, singing she's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some players shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this pitcher seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Goes down looking.
Man, it's almost unfair that she can just pull that knuckleball out of her pocket and float it up there in addition to her other pitches. It's unlike anything else she throws, and because she doesn't throw it all the time, you just don't get a good look at it throughout an at-bat.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting third, the left fielder, Anthony.
2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander at the plate. Late on that fastball. Santander, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2016. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. We head to the bottom of the second, and now the first baseman, Josh Naylor. Mann back to work. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. And Naylor swings through that one.
0-2 is the count.
Tap back to the mound. And quickly one away in the second. Now it's going to be Jesus Sanchez.
The designated hitter, Jesus Sanchez.
Swings through that one for strike one. Man, an all-star a season ago. She features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a curve, a sinker, and she occasionally mixes in a knuckleball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for her on the bump today.
She's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate her a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
And that one fouled off. And a strike. Nothing here in the bottom of the second. And 1-2.
See if she can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone, because that's where you get hurt.
Right back to her on the mound. Over to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's the third baseman, Elvis Martinez.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that she can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for her on the mound.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And that drops in for a strike. 1 out, bases empty. And down on strikes. And that's 6 Ks for her in this one.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Now here is Jonathan Clase. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
No ball,
Another
2
0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. She can go anywhere she wants to go right here.
Got him. And how about that? It's an immaculate inning.
All she's saying, who needs the defense? An immaculate inning. 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches. We just witnessed something really special.
Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. That's in there. It's 0-1. Jimenez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 28 years old, and he's a former Gold Glover in the American League. And that's fouled off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
And a foul ball. This one in the air. Mann makes the grab. 2 down. And now for the Jays, Anthony Santander. That's a strike.
She's just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
The Jays yet to pick up a hit here. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
The first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Mann back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Well, these Jays, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. She's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. So she cracks double digits with her 10th strikeout. Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's her 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. Here's the catcher to hit, Alejandro Kirk. There's a strike.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And that one's a little bit low. Now 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Two outs. Swing and a ground ball. Turner throws to first in time, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing to it. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6, and now for the Jays, Orelvis Martinez. And a foul ball.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. She's not afraid of contact. Some pitchers, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and she struck him out. Now it doesn't strikeouts for her in this one.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
McKinstry, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. And that's in for a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if she can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus. But They should be lined up good enough.
Up the middle, and that one handled. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Well, there goes the chance for a perfect game. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
And a big swing and a miss.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Strike two.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Phillies 2 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Stone Garrett. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
On the corner for a strike. Got him. That's K number 15 in the ball game. She is really dealing. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this pitcher out there on the mound. See if she continues to climb the ladder.
The Phils holding on to a 2-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Cut on and miss, struck him out. So she gets yet another strikeout, 16 so far. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, she's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Josh Naylor. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And there's a ball. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, and they're down 2-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
The designated hitter, Jesus Sanchez.
Mann back to work. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss.
0-2.
Make it 18 strikeouts on the day.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boot, get back on track. His team needs him.
Kirk in the box again, takes a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, that's textbook pitching right there. I mean, she executed those first 2 pitches perfectly.
The pitch. And that's outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can.
Turner with the throw to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. 8 innings, 8 zeros as the shutout continues here. It's the Phillies 2. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Brian Abreu. Mann piled up the strikeouts over 8 shutout innings on the hill.
Well, Boog, I feel for the other team. They had very few answers for her in this one. That's the kind of performance that earns you a lot of trust from your manager.